All right. So this is your file. Yeah, this is your file. The file that I have given to you. Right. If you want to create your own file, file, new file. You see, there's this small window appears. You get to choose Python file or Jupyter Notebook. If you want to write a native Python, you click on Python file. I'm just going to show you. Don't click. You probably want to click Jupyter Notebook file. So this is what you'll get. You'll get an empty file, and of course it names itself untitled -1.ipynb. Okay, so this is what you get. Okay, the first on your left hand side, you get to see when you click on it, it become in blue. Well, there's a blue line, which means you have chosen that cell. Let's say you go up and click a code, you get another cell below. If you go up and click on markdown, you get another cell below. Okay, so when you go and click the cell on top and click the cell below, you see basically the blue line is actually indicating which cell you are now working on, right? Okay, and then if you click the cell which you chose, which you built markdown, there's no play button. Makes sense. Why? Because markdown is a place where you write something, explanation. You don't write code in markdown. Whereas the play button here, which says the code you created from the code, is a place where you're going to write your code, Python code. Yeah, for example, 2 plus 2. Shift to run, you have to shift enter. If you just click enter, press enter, it just goes down. Right? Another enter, it goes further down. So enter here means just go down. Rather, if you shift enter, you are running it. So it asks for Python environment. Currently, I did not choose any kind of Python environment yet, so it doesn't know. Okay, so even though if you're trying to run this, you cannot run because it doesn't know. No Python interpreter for it to look up and run this code. Okay, whereas here, of course, this is just markdown, right? Markdown means you can write just like HTML website. You can write your HTML code here and run. Here you can write markdown language and run. Markdown is just like a very simplified version of HTML where you can highlight, you can cancel, you can write bullets. Okay, for example, let's say MSG332. Okay, I shift enter. So this is what I get. Of course, to write a markdown, I don't need an interpreter. Right? It's not something magic. It's just I don't need an interpreter. So if I want to edit, yeah, if you want to edit, double click on it. You see, double click on it. Yeah. So you can then just double click on the cell. Then you can write an MSG intro to machine. Okay, intro to machine language, ML. Okay, I shift enter. So this is how it looks like. You see, when I shift enter, it creates another file. Another cell below. The same type of cell that I create on top. Okay, so now I can also edit by just click. Click means choose. Just enter. Click and enter. It goes in the cell itself for editing. All right. When you are editing it, of course, you cannot go up or down with an arrow. You click on the cell, and then now you get to choose. You can go up with the arrow, go down with the arrow to choose the cell that you want to work on. Okay. All right. Now, the simplest markdown is how you bold in WhatsApp. To bold in WhatsApp, you just put a star at the beginning of the word or sentence you want to make bold, and put another star at the end and shift enter. Oops. Okay. One star means it does only italic, right? Italic. You need two stars to bold it. There you go. Right? No need to remember. Right? There is a small video where I actually have shared, and at the end of this lecture, I would again give you the link where you can just go and watch it and then follow through, and you get to create different kind of things and all that. Okay. What I will learn, okay, for example, hyphen, I will learn Python. Hyphen, I will learn ML, right? Shift enter, it becomes items, bulleted items. Okay. So double click, you get to see oh, this is how it looks like. Okay. Right. So maybe I want to write it in the enumerated form, enumerated. So Python to one space. There should be one space and then ML, shift enter. So it becomes enumerated now in numbers. This is the most basic, simple. All right. Maybe I want to write, maybe make it, okay. Maybe I go up here. Yeah, I'll go up here. I press A. Press A. No enter, nothing, just A. Just press on your keyboard A. When you press A, so currently you are in this cell below. This cell was a code cell. When you press A, there will be another code cell on top. For example, when you're here, and when you're mark down cell, when you press A, it creates a code cell. When you press B, it creates a code cell below. So A means above, oops, B means below. So rather than going here and clicking on top here, code on top, then mark down, you can just use shortcut. Yeah, look out for shortcuts in Google. You'll see shortcut, Jupyter Notebook shortcuts you get to see. All right. So A and B. So for example here, this is a code cell. Yeah, you press A, you get another code cell on top. B, code cell below. Okay, let's say you want to convert this code cell. I don't want it to be a code cell. I want to convert it into a markdown cell. Just press M. Select first which cell you want to convert to. For example, this is a code cell. I want to convert it to markdown. Press M. Oops. When you press M, it creates a markdown on top. Yeah. Okay. Press M, it creates markdown on top. Press A on, it creates a code cell on top. Okay, go to, for example, this is markdown. Press Y. When you press Y, it converts from markdown, it converts to code cell. Yeah, I'm showing you another example. This is a markdown now. I press Y, it converts into a code cell. M, it creates a new markdown on top. Okay. Now let's give for example, a title. Yeah. Okay. First, create a markdown on top. Yeah. And how to create? You just press M. It creates a markdown on top right away. Then to edit that cell, just enter. Once you choose enter or just double click. I prefer enter, so everything is in keyboard. So hash, this is the header. Becomes huge, right? A subheader, you do double hash. A subheader, triple hash, and so on and so forth. You get the idea. Yeah. Subheader. I'm not going to start writing whatever. Okay. So simple mark down. As I said, there are a lot of things you can color one cell and all that. Beautify your document. Put images. Yeah. Have a look. Explore. Now we want to run a code. Okay, let's run this code. 2 plus 2. It's not running. When I ask it to run, it doesn't run. You ask what Python environment you want. Okay, so this is how you see your Python environment. See here, there's a select kernel. Select kernel. On the right hand side on top, select kernel. Click that. Okay, of course, it comes to this small pop-up, Python environments. Click on that. And you get to see all the Python version that you have installed in your machine. I would like to use user local binary Python 3. Yours might be in a different folder, but you should be able to see one after you install. If you don't see one, then Visual Studio Code did not see your installation. Right, install that. Yeah. The easiest way would be just like go to extensions here on the left hand side. Yeah, choose extensions and then just write Python and install. For example, yeah, when I write Python, this, yeah, that might not be the latest version. So I would suggest go in, get it yourself and install. So install that. When you want to install that and you put add to directory, you would be able to see it here. Let me just close this back. Click on this back, yeah, the one on top to hide it. Okay, I will hide this too. Wait, yeah. So for example, I want to run this, just like Shift Enter. It asks me where is your Python interpreter. Click on it. Choose I want to use this 13.3. Okay, so when it shows here the version, then yours is ready to go. So mine's getting connected now. Okay, it's ready. Okay, now ready to go. So it actually ran already. So once I chose it, it has interpreted, which means the code, you get to see our output already. As I said, Python, it will immediately run. And when you run, it will run line, and then give you output. Just show it here. You see, very nice. You run here, you get to see the output below. Right? If you run like the C language, C++, you run, you compile, you get the executable file, and then you see the output. It takes some time. Here, in the same space, you get to see the output, and you get to explain it. You get to do some sort of documentation. You can just give it to your friend who runs any kind of machine. As long as he or she has Jupyter Notebook and Python installed, they would be able to see whatever that you have developed or created here. Okay, all right, let's go back here. Okay, let's close. That is a short introduction of running Jupyter Notebook, maneuvering around Markdown and code cell. Right. Now let's go back to our lecture lab content today.